I am Kwesi Brookins, Vice Provost for University Outreach and Engagement. University Outreach and Engagement reports to the Vice President for Academic Affairs, also known as the Provost. University Outreach and Engagement is a major administrative unit that is responsible for supporting the entire academic arm of the university. We support faculty, we support staff, and we support students in the engagement mission and the land-grant mission of the university. So if you think about the deans and the disciplinary areas across colleges, and the faculty and the students who are connected to those colleges, in the work that they do to reach out to communities and people across the state, we support those faculty, those staff, and students in ways to help them do that outreach and engagement well.
My name is Kathy Smith, and I am the Chief of Staff for University Outreach and Engagement. In my role, I oversee the units, the administrative processes within University Outreach and Engagement, which includes budget, human resources, our facilities management, as well as our strategic initiatives, and make sure that those things are carried out across the 9 units that make up University Outreach and Engagement. And my core mission is to make sure that all of the units are consistent and compliant in their processes, that they're informed about policies and procedures, and that we are carrying out the mission of our unit.
The values and principles that bind University Outreach and Engagement together across all our units are centered on relationships. Relationships are primary to everything we do. When I say relationships, I mean relationships within the university, across the university, and relationships with each other, and particularly relationships with our external communities. We have a responsibility to maintain good relationships, healthy relationships, and based on principles of reciprocity, that what we do needs to benefit both ourselves and our communities equally. Intentionality, that we are there not because we have to be, but because we want to be, right? And given who we are as a major research institution, we have a lot to offer that doesn't exist anywhere else. Our primary support unit is Office of Public Engagement Scholarship. So we offer support for faculty, staff, and students in how to do engaged scholarship well.
My name is Burton Bargerstock, and I'm the Executive Director of the Office for Public Engagement and Scholarship at Michigan State University. OPES is organized around a set of discrete but interrelated functional areas. So we provide support in the area, for example, of community-engaged research. This is inclusive of attention to things like methods and theories, but also in terms of providing support to faculty around their National Science Foundation broader impacts requirements, and things like science communication. We also provide an extraordinary number of faculty and professional development programs for faculty, staff, and students. This ranges from topical webinars and brief write-in experiences right through longer-term and intensive cohort-based learning opportunities. OPES helps to support University Outreach Engagement's broader mission of establishing and help develop partnerships. And we have folks in our office who've got extremely deep and long-term relationships with different communities, including tribal communities, that work in such topical areas as arts and culture, workforce and economic development, and addiction and opioid and substance abuse issues. We have colleagues who have worked in the arts and cultural area across the entire state and are connected to galleries and museums and libraries and organizations like that, such that when someone comes to us and is looking for opportunities or exploring ideas on how they might work with others, we have folks who are connected and can help to bridge some of those conversations. We also support the university through institutional research, policy, and recognitions work. And what I mean by that is we collect data about what kind of community engagement is going on across campus. OPES is also home to a very active community evaluation programs team. that does grant-funded research work on children's programs across the state of Michigan.
So one of the other things that we believe is critically important to the academic mission is how we support faculty and staff as well as students. And we do that through what we call honorifics, right? We have an awards program across a lot of different areas that support that. And our Office of Public Engagement Scholarship, as well as our Communications and Information Technology Office, leads those efforts to support, to communicate the types of good, engaged work that is happening.
CIT contributes to the mission of University Outreach and Engagement by working on the culture of the institution. Through communicating frequently and often with messaging meant to raise a consciousness and awareness of this kind of work, we try to make it a priority for folks so that they can see themselves in the kinds of work that this office promotes. So CIT provides support to the units within University Outreach and Engagement across these different areas, whether it's web development, communications, publications, event planning, whatever it is. We support the other departments within University Outreach and Engagement. But in addition to that, being a communication and information team within the UOE office, we also provide support to some initiatives around campus, where faculty or a team of folks are involved in an engagement opportunity that has communication needs. We will be brought in from time to support those. Lastly, we also take very seriously the public access mission of University Outreach and Engagement. And so we develop web-based resources that provide the public with access to things about what's going on in the university so that they can take advantage of those opportunities themselves.
We also have 3 primary research-focused centers and institutes. So one is our Center for Community and Economic Development. That's probably the longest standing unit within outreach and engagement. It's been around since the 60s. We have a Native American Institute that is focused on supporting tribal communities as well as families and students from those communities that come to Michigan State University. We have Julian Samora Research Institute that was founded in 1989 that was authorized by the state legislature and approved by the Board of Trustees of Michigan State University.
I'm Rex Lamore, Director of the Center for Community and Economic Development here at Michigan State University. Our role at MSU is to give attention to the needs of distressed communities, both urban and rural. Our mission is to co-create, apply, and disseminate innovative tools, models, policies, and programs to address the needs of distressed communities. And we do that through a specific method of co-creation with community partners involving faculty and students from Michigan State University. We're an off-campus unit of the university and facilitating those collaborations. One of our major activities, we are a federally designated U.S. Department of Commerce University Center that calls upon us to create innovative tools to help create jobs and generate revitalization and wealth in distressed areas in our state. So we engage students, faculty, and community partners in identifying new ways to address poverty and unemployment in communities, and then support training, technical assistance, research, applied scholarship to help create meaningful change in those communities.
Bonjour, Wapshkamangan, Nadizdakas, Magizi Dodum. My name is Kevin Leonard. I'm the director of the Native American Institute that is now housed in University Outreach and Engagement at Michigan State University. The Institute exists as a place where we can use the resources of our university, whether they be monetary or research or other based resources, to provide access to things that the tribes may not have in their own toolkit to be able to protect their sovereignty and their ability to be self-sufficient. We have researchers in engineering and in the College of Ag Natural Resources working on a lot of the same issues that they're focused on in their communities, and being able to be the office that connects them to those resources and builds those relationships and partnerships up is something that to me is invaluable. I mean, we have all of these brilliant minds here at the university, and be able to put them in a position where they can help our tribes with the challenges that they're facing in their own communities on how to protect their water, how to protect their land, and how to basically use, you know, what their knowledge is of traditional ways of doing things to even help our faculty and staff learn different ways of how they even approach some of the things that they do in their research. We do focus on cultural preservation as well as cultural programming for our communities to help not only just our Native communities get their voices heard, but to help our non-Native folks start to learn about our culture, our language, and what it means, instead of a lot of the myths and misconceptions that exist out there.
I'm also serving as acting director of the Julian Samora Research Institute, also known as JSRI. Its primary mission is to serve Latino communities across Michigan, but it is also the premier research institute on Latino issues and Latino communities in the Midwest. JSRI has primarily worked on research on issues that are important to Latino communities. More recently, those issues have been surrounded Latino farmers and Latino farm workers. JSRI also works directly in many communities, farm communities, urban communities, and beyond, to both identify what those needs are and to elevate that scholarship to respond to those needs. And a more recent project is Latino Farmers' Access to Technology that attempts to support Latino farmers in identifying and understanding the use and the value of new technologies. We have 2 units that are focused on pre-college communities and supporting pre-college efforts of the university. One is our College Access Initiatives. That unit runs our Upward Bound programs. It also runs our Gear Up programs. And the goal of those is to expose young people to the possibilities of post-secondary education. And then our other pre-college program is Gifted and Talented Education. So working across school districts to identify those students who are particularly gifted and talented and providing them with the support that they need.
My name is Dr. Stephanie Anthony, and I'm the director for the Office of College Access Initiatives. That is exactly what our mission is, to serve and prepare students in this particular sector, K through 12, for post-secondary success and success in their educational experiences. We want to raise the bar, we want to provide support, we want to offer tools, and we want to assist families as they change the trajectory of their entire family's lives simply by making sure that young people have those extra supports. We work with students from a variety of different backgrounds, and it's important to be able to meet kids and teenagers where they're at. And some people do come to the table with fewer opportunities than others, and we want to even the playing field. It does make a difference in terms of preparation, and that is our goal. Preparation for college and preparation for success for our students.
My name is Susan Sheth, and I am the director of GATE, Gifted and Talented Education, and I also oversee dual enrollment. So GATE aligns with university outreach and engagement in a couple of different ways. One, we work with our communities, and our communities is really anyone in the K through 12 population. And so university outreach and engagement really provides us an opportunity to access different populations, different school districts, and partner with them in providing them access to gifted and talented accelerated curriculum for those students that they would not normally have access to. Our academic year programs are for credit, so being admitted to the program can mean different things. So the academic year programs means that they're on a track in middle school to receive high school credit. In our summer programs, they're in an opportunity to participate in accelerated and advanced programming for their typical normal age or grade level beyond what they would get in their everyday school life or normal curriculum.
And then we have more directly connected to the university as well, we have our Center for Community Engaged Learning. And that works primarily with undergraduate students in engaged learning, engaged scholarship, and connecting students to opportunities in our communities.
My name is Renee Brown, and I am the Executive Director of the Center for Community Engaged Learning here at Michigan State University. So everything that we do in the Center for Community Engaged Learning is done in partnership, and partners can be on campus and off campus, but the main priority is that the partnership is entered with the idea that we're doing something together. It is not that our faculty or our students are going to do something for a partner, they're going to do something with a partner. And that really changes the conversation, and it really changes what everyone brings to the partnership table. So really, our programming is built with the idea that there are programs for undergraduate students, for graduate students, also for community partners, and for the faculty that are teaching with community engaged learning, teaching pedagogy. So they might be an undergraduate student going on an alternative spring break program. They might be a graduate student designing community engaged learning experiences, a partner who wants to work with students, grad and undergrad, or faculty who are teaching community engaged learning and want to understand and apply the best practices in their field.
Two of our units, the MSU Detroit Center and the Center for Community and Economic Development, are directly located in communities. So the Center for Economic Development is located in Lansing, and the MSU Detroit Center is probably the primary MSU arm in the city of Detroit. It primarily serves as a hub of activity for MSU.
My name is Gina Baker Calloway. I am the director for Michigan State University's Detroit Center here in Detroit. We are a convening space. We are a place where community and the university meet, both for research, for learning, and developing relationships and partnerships. We house our Community Music School Detroit here, as well as our College of Education intern program. And our interns take classes here a couple of days a week and then are deployed into the school systems in the surrounding areas to actually do their teaching. In addition to that, we have an Office of Governmental Relations, which works very closely with a lot of our elected officials. And we have a couple of long-term research studies that are housed in the Detroit Center as their primary location. In addition to those things, we act as a convening space for community organizations and nonprofits. We host a number of regular talks, meetings, board meetings, as well as exhibitions.
One of the things I love best about University Outreach and Engagement is that there is not a place in the university that we don't touch. We often get people from across the campus trying to understand, how do I engage? Are there partners that can meet my particular needs? And we are there to assist and help them, not just in that moment, but over the entire journey of whatever kind of relationship they want to build.